Hello everyone, today we'll be unboxing this massive model kit from Border Models. It is a Japanese Zero on the flight deck of Japanese aircraft carrier Akagi. So this model itself, it's a 132nd kit, I'm pretty sure. And it has the Zero here, it has a few of the little guys that are on the ship, and it has the bridge and a part of the deck for the Japanese carrier Akagi. I mean, it would be really cool if they made the full Akagi in 1/32nd scale, but that would be a little bit too big. Alright, let's open it and see what we have. So, here's the Zero itself. This looks like it's a kamikaze guy. So right here, seems like a lot of parts. Assemble the engine assembly. You know, it's a big kit when there's already like 10 steps to assemble the engine. And then guns, the cockpit, and then the little details along the cockpit side. And then you got the whatchamacallit, little panels on there, the landing gear go on. And then you build the wings with a photo etch and the metal wire, interesting. Then you make you add the machine guns on there. Then the wings go on top of each other. Then the landing gear go on and the fuel tank or a bomb, you got a choice between the two. Then internal fuselage is done, cockpit's thrown in alongside the back landing gear. Cockpit fuselage goes on the body. Then the engine, propeller, gun sight, and the back part for the fuselage go on. Then the propellers, the back aft stabilizers, and the landing gear go on there, or the landing gear covers, depending on how you want to make a model. And then you get this cool looking paint scheme for the Zero right here. Alright, you got actually quite a few Zeros, and I think this looks like a pretty cool poster that you can have out. Alright, so this is the Zero. You got the main body right here, the ailerons, and the wings itself. Right here we have the main body of the Zero, so that's the cockpit parts, the rear stabilizers, and the engine cowling. Right here seems to be general parts for the Zero, so you got fuel tank, propeller right there. All these details are a bit small, but you know, those are some small bombs. You got the little wheels right there, so this just seems to be like general details for the aircraft. Right here we have the propeller hub, or not the engine, the radial engine, along with more details for the ailerons and whatnot aboard the plane. Right here is decals and the metal wire. You've even got little springs in there, pretty cool. So you got the little the rising sun roundels for the planes. Not sure what those little flags are down there. And you got decals right there. Then you have wiring to make so you can have the thing light up. Quite funny because on the box it actually says, if I can get this under my camera angle, it says it should include transparent portholes and wire. So it maybe has it. I guess it did. It has it. So that's pretty nice. So this seems to be just more parts for the Zero itself. Alright, next thing you have the Akagi superstructure. So let me find if there's the instructions for the guy here, somewhere in here. Aha. Here they are. So this is the superstructure itself. So it's just the bridge. A lot of parts for the bridge itself, just the bridge too. So you add the doors, and then you add all the little cables on there. Then the windows go on, and the superstructure's put together. Then all the superstructure decks are all added together. And you get the little searchlights and the details. Right here you have more hull details and the little doors. Then you have the wires and the binoculars added. Right here more binoculars and radar stations are added. Then the more wiring and the rangefinders put on top. Finally, you put all the force together and you add even more binoculars. So many binoculars. And then you add the stairs and the guardrail and railings. Right here, you add more of the yard arms, and then you assemble the hangar deck together. And then you'll use the photo etch to assemble the deck parts itself. Then the superstructure itself goes aboard, and you assemble the mast right here. And then the mast goes on, and you paint it. Pretty cool stuff. All right, let's look at here. Here it seems that we have all the decals. Let's see if I can actually open this. I can open the bag right here. Let's see what we have in terms of decals. We have this large Japanese pennant. So that's the flags. So all the signal flags right here, all the Admiral flags. That's pretty cool. Let me put that back in there. And you have the photo etch for the deck parts as well. Right here seems to be the rangefinder parts. It really puts into some scale of how big these ships are. Even though at like 1/700 they seem small, but these are much, much bigger. Right here we have the main decking for the upper superstructure. You can, it's so nice, you can even see like the diamond, the non-slip grip on there. Right here we have more of the decking, or the walls for the model kit itself. Right here seems to be more floors. You can just see how big those windows are. And that's actually the rangefinder. That's the pinnacle in the hull. So that's more just like general stuff. This seems to be all the windows for the superstructure. Right here we have the masts. You can see just how big these are. Very cool looking. This is all the binoculars they have. And the binocular stands along with the searchlight platform. This seems to be this is all the railings aboard. Yes, manually assemble all the railings too. That's pretty cool. Right here we have the stairs and more railings. Here we have this seems to be doors and more structure for the upper deck. There's a lot of stuff in here. So this is the deck. It's very cool because they've even managed to put the wooden, like the actual, it looks like wood on there, which is amazing. This is just, I think this is to hold the deck together, all the parts. This seems to be the things for each individual floor as you build it up. This seems to be more just general superstructure parts. It's pretty cool. You can see all the panel liner down there. It's more hull decking. Here's the main flight deck for it. This thing is massive. Like, it's actually really heavy too for a model kit. Alright, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe and share this video.